In this video, we are going to do exercise 4 of the midterm review. So we are going to call this the front side right here, and we'll call this the right side. So first, we are going to draw this portion on the top plane. So let's get started. Okay, let's go to SolidWorks. All right, so go to top plane, and then we'll go to new sketch. All right, and then we will draw a rectangle. So go to center rectangle. We'll just draw a rectangle. Check. And then also, again, make sure you change your units to mmgs per millimeters. All right, and then go back into your sketch and edit your sketch. Now go to Smart Dimension. We'll say this is 45 or 145. Enter. And then we will say, we know that this one is actually 50 plus 20 plus 20, but we'll dimension that in a second. So let's go to our fillet, and we're going to do 20 as our parameter, and entities are going to be here, 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 and here. Okay, and check mark. And then we can go to Smart Dimension, and this length is 50. All right, check mark. And then let's just draw the two holes. They are centered here because you can see the center mark that intersects. So we'll go to our center circle. Okay, just draw two circles. And it says that the diameter is 18. Okay, then and check, and then click this edge of the circle, hold shift on your keyboard, and then click this circle, and then add the relation equal. Check mark, and now these two circles are equal. All right. Now we're ready to extrude, so go to Features, Extruded Boss/Base, and we are going to extrude this by 20. Check. All right, great. And then we're going to draw the rib right there. So we are going to draw that on the front plane. Create new sketch. Hit Control-8 on your keyboard. Then we are going to draw, okay, draw a triangle for now. All right, and then we know that this length is 65, and the height is 60. All right. And we can see that our sketch is fully defined. So we're going to go to Features, Extruded Boss/Base. We are going to do the midplane, so it goes in both directions, and we want the total distance. It doesn't tell us what it is, so because this isn't a grade, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to assume that the dimension here is 10. So type in 10, check mark. All right. Now we're going to draw this portion. So let's first draw the rectangle, or draw a rectangle. So we'll create a new sketch on that planar surface. Hit Control-8 on our keyboard. Draw a rectangle. You can draw anywhere for now. All right, and then we want to dimension it. So we're going to make this one 50, and we are going to make this dimension 68. Okay. Escape. And then make it centered. So we can go to draw a center line from the midpoint of here to the midpoint of that side. And then hold down Shift on your keyboard and select that line, the center line, and then that line, and then click Symmetric. All right. And then we want to have this and this collinear. So hold down Shift again, hold down that, and then collinear. All right. And now our sketch is fully defined. So we'll go to Features, Extruded Boss, and then we are going to extrude it by 60 millimeters. All right. Check. All right. And now we are going to draw the circles. So let me go to our drawing here. All right. So we see this circle right here. It's centered at the edge of the rectangle we just drew. So the center point will be at the edge of this rectangle we just drew. And then we have one circle here, and its radius is from the center to the edge of the rectangle. And then we are going to use a loft that is 40 millimeters up, and the outside of that circle has a diameter of 40 millimeters because 20 times 2 is 40. So let's do that. All right. So let's draw a circle on this plane and click Control 8. We're going to center it at the midpoint, and it's going to be the length of that. All right. So from the center to the edge there. And then we are going to exit our sketch. All right, and in order to do a loft, we need 2 sketches. So let's do a new sketch, but let's add a plane and then draw our new sketch on our plane. So go to Reference Geometry, Plane, click this. We are going to offset it by 40 millimeters. Check mark. All right, and then we are going to create a new sketch. Just click Plane 1 and go to New Sketch. Okay, Control 8 for up to normal. This circle is going to be centered at the same spot. So go to Center Circle. Make sure it's here, not the edge of your plane. And then dimension that to be 40 because it says the radius is 20. All right, check mark. All right, and so first I'm going to show you, or first we're going to exit sketch. And I'm going to do a loft without a guide curve so you can see why we need to add a guide curve. So we're going to go to our lofted boss / base, and we're going to do sketch 5 and that one. And you can see without a guide curve, it doesn't have the shape that we want from here to here. And that's why we need to add a guide curve. So let's exit out of this. Okay, and then let's create a new sketch on the front plane. Control 8. And then we're going to draw a line from here to here. Okay, and I'm going to add pierce relations just in case I didn't actually hit the edge of the circle. So I'm going to hold Shift, click there, or oops, Escape. Okay, hold down Shift, click this edge and click that point and do pierce. So the edge of this line or this point will hit the edge of this circle. And then we'll hit right click there and click clear selection. Let's do that down here too. So hold shift, click that, and click that curve, and then click pierce. All right, and now our sketch is fully defined. So we're going to exit sketch, go to lofted boss / base, okay, and then it already has the guide curve in there, sketch 6, and for our profiles, we're going to do this one and this one. All right, and now you can see that we have the shape that we desire. So hit check mark. All right, and we need to extrude this all the way down here. So let's do that. I'm going to hide this plane. So right click it and go to hide. Okay, and then I'm going to create a sketch on that planar surface. All right, and I'm going to convert the edge of this circle so that we can extrude it all the way down. So I'm just going to click that edge, hold shift to select 2 edges, and then I'm going to hit convert entities. You can see now this whole circle, we have this entire circle here. Okay. And then I'm going to go to features, extruded boss base, and I'm going to do up the surface and click on that surface. So it's going to extrude from this circle all the way to this surface there. And then I'm going to hit the check. All right. And then I'm going to, we have 2 more steps to create this cutout here and to create this hole. So let's just create this hole first. So click there, click sketch, Control 8 on your keyboard. Do your circle, activate your circle command, or activate the center. So here's the center there, so click there. All right, and then we are going to dimension that. So this is going to be a dimension of 24, check mark. All right, and then I am going to click check and go to features, extruded cut. We're going to do through all. So it goes all the way down to the bottom. Check. So now we can see we have that hole there. And then we just need to make this cut out. So let's create a new sketch right there. Control 8, set straight in front of us. Let's make a rectangle. So we can center rectangle. We can have its midpoint there. Just make it any length right now. All right, then smart dimension from here to here is 20. Okay, and then this is 30. All right, and then we want it to be centered, so let's add a center line at the midpoint of this line, and then click here, hold down shift on your keyboard, click the center line and this line, and then go to symmetric. All right. And then we're still underdefined because we didn't add a dimension right here. We're not given one, we can just make one up. Let's just do 100 because we just want it to be outside of this region. So when we extrude cut, it will go through everything. We don't want it to be less than from here to here. All right, And then we are going to go to Features, Extruded Cut, Through All. Okay, hit check. And that should be your completed drawing.